Welcome back, everyone, to the Stay Introverted podcast. I am your co-host, Jay Coleman.
I am your other co-host, Beth Laffy.
And as always, want to take a second to say thanks for joining two introverts on this podcasting journey that we've been on for a year now.
Yeah, it's been a year. Exactly 1 year ago, or just over 1 year ago, you called me and asked me if I want to do this, and I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, and we actually had our podcast anniversary episode a few weeks ago. But I kind of wanted to, just do a little, kind of a part two or a B-side, I guess, to kind of talk more about kind of where we see our podcast going, because it's cool. Like, you hear about so many podcasts not even getting to 10 episodes, and here we are. Hopefully we did 40 or so, and hopefully got like 400 more.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But I guess I'll start with you. Like, where do you see podcasts going in the next year or so?
In the next year, I think I set a goal on our episode with Catherine, and I said within the next 18 months, I want to be in the top of the introverted podcasting niche. And I don't know how many competitors we have, but we're going to beat them all.
I like it.
Don't know how we're going to get there. Don't even know what that actually means. But I would like to be like in the top most downloaded introverted podcasts of all the introverted podcasts.
Nice. I like it. Yeah, I do know of one other, introverted podcast. I think it's called The Vibe with Kai. A gentleman by the name of Kairos Westcott. I hope I pronounced that properly, but
okay.
I'm a follower of his. He does. I think I mentioned him to you before.
Okay.
He does, or he covers, and he talks about not just introversion, but being an introvert and having ADHD. So
okay.
a lot of his content is geared towards both. My content is geared towards just one of them, just being an introvert. But
gotcha.
Yeah, he's one. But yeah, that he can be. We can put him down as one of our competitors, friendly competitors.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, so that's definitely one goal. I know Terrence Lee is another one. Yeah. We appreciate our frenemies / competition over here, but we are going to beat them.
Yes.
In terms of number of downloads.
Yes. Yeah, because take Terrence for example. Like, he's, I think, at least for me, I don't want to speak for you, but I think he's one of the people that kind of paved the way as far as not just us doing the podcast, but for me personally, just being able to better find my voice out here. Actually being confident and comfortable to get on the mic or get in front of the camera and actually speak, not just lip sync to an audio, but actually speak and have my voice projected and be heard. He's been doing this, I don't know, at least 2-3 years, probably longer. Yes, I want to beat him. So.
Yeah, I mean, he his book, The Introvert Leader. That really gave me a voice in the workplace. So I agree. Don't want to beat him though. Is this how we beat them? With kindness? Kill them with kindness?
Well, it's more of a speaking it into existence.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a healthy rivalry, I guess.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
I do look at them as kind of, again, the trailblazers and our influencers on the staff, and we're talking about competition, but really Terrence is one of our biggest fans. And we're two of his biggest fans. So
absolutely,
this isn't a not taking a shot. So just we're following the path that he laid out.
Right. We really admire him. It would just be super cool to like get to that level, I think is what we're saying.
Definitely.
Um, I think for me, like the other things that I want to do with this podcast that I think will really take it to the next level is I really want to build like a strong community. Um, like I feel like, we know a handful of our listeners, but like I want to know them. Like I want to like I want to have like a little like virtual community where we can take feedback from them and we can um create episodes based on like what they want to hear more about. Like I want to include them more in the process, maybe have some more events, whether virtual or in person. Um, like I really want to focus on this community aspect.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely. I would say that's my biggest goal. Really is to, like I said, build up this community. Because you're right, we have quite a few fans. I definitely
Mhm.
want to. I guess I look at it more, or I'm looking more into the virtual space because we're we're virtual. A lot of our listeners are virtual, but I
Right,
think it may or may not be easier for them to connect with us more in a digital virtual space than in person. But still, I would like to
right,
get out and actually um, meet our community in real life. But I would say
right.
for me, um, building this community is probably number one as far as what on my list of where I want to see our podcast go.
Yeah, and honestly, like that is probably my number one goal. Like I feel like, getting to whatever number on the podcast download journey, like that'll come with time. Um, but I think I agree. Like building a community and connecting with them is so much more important to me than a number.
Yeah. And it's fun. You're right. Uh, the numbers will come with the community, but
Yeah.
in my own business, I really um, I really stressed and I really kind of doubled down on just building my community, actually interacting with people, talking to our community, which is kind of still unsettling for an introvert. But
Yeah.
asking them just asking them how their week is going, asking them
Yeah.
what they think. So I definitely want to bring more of that to what we do in building our community. Because I do think
Absolutely.
there's definitely an audience that needs to hear the things that we're saying.
Right, yeah. And like I feel like just kind of going off of that, it's like we've definitely built an audience here. I just feel like I want to like connect with them the way that you've done with your t-shirt line and your apparel line. Um, like I feel like yeah, this is the year that like we really deep dive into that, whatever it looks like, whether it's virtual events, maybe we hit up Sam Fall, who's been on the podcast and see what she's doing with that virtual like sim space thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that could be a lot of fun. But just finding ways to have like even like virtual networking nights or something to help other introverts just feel like they've got people in this world that get them and that support them and that just want to shoot the shit just like we do.
Yeah, definitely. And it also helps that we actually know, being in this space, we've actually met and uh, spoken with other podcasters.
Yeah.
A few, more than a few, of which are introverts, but even people who aren't or who don't identify as introverts.
Mhm.
Our good friend Will Bryant, comes to
Mhm.
mind. He's definitely a
Not an
supporter,
introvert.
not an introvert at all, but he definitely supports the brand, supports the podcast. He's
Mhm.
hilarious as hell.
Oh yeah.
So
He's great.
shout out to
Mike,
shout out to Will. Well, Mike, yes, Mike is another good example. We've been fortunate to have the pleasure to talk to so many wonderful people. So I
yeah.
do think that when the time comes, not just to expand our community, but to have those events. I think they'll be right there with us to help support and grow our community.
Right, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, even like just kind of expanding on that. Wow, my brain is just like rabbit hole after rabbit hole. Um, but like you were just saying, we want to grow this community, but we also want to deepen our roots with the people that we've already connected with and hung out with and spent time with. So I think part of that is as we grow, also remembering who was here from the beginning and finding ways to like celebrate and honor them. So maybe that's one of my friends, Lyanne, who I've been dying to have on the podcast. She is a podcaster as well from Canada. And she does a thing called Where Are They Now? Where she brings back guests and she tries to time it so that the episode will come out like a year later. But she'll bring back the guests and sort of have a conversation with them about what they've been up to since the last interview. And it's so fun. I did it with her. So I've done two. I did an original and then a Where Are They Now?
Nice.
And I hope I'll be invited back again next year.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I definitely want to do some of that. Bring people back, even just randomly, like just to say things. Maybe, I don't know, there's so many ways that we can celebrate our existing community and say thank you to them.
Yeah. I was just thinking, we have quite a few friends that live in Canada.
We really do.
We do.
You know what it is? I think part of it is because I was in, like, my business coaches, like the last ones that I hired were Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
And so I met Steph Taylor through that group. And she introduced me to a couple of the girls that I know. But then there's other random people from Canada too, who I can't even think of right now. But yeah, it's quite a Canadian community we've got.
Yeah, we may want to do something to kind of like celebrate, not bridge the gap, but kind of bring together us in Canada. Canada.
Yeah.
One, we love Canada. They're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They're nice.
We love our Canadians.
We do. But it's just one of those things where our community has we're technically international. So
yeah, it is. Are we international anywhere else?
I gotta see. I think
Australia.
Yeah, we got a friend in Australia. I have customers in Australia. A lot of customers.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Wow.
Nah, I do. I got Australia and Texas for some reason. Just apparently there are a lot of introverts in those two.
Interesting. I guess because there's such outrageous extra places. I mean, is that offensive to say? I don't know. I just feel like when I think everything's bigger in Texas, and like Australia is just like a wild place. So like maybe they just feel like, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. If you're offended, sorry.
I love it.
Yeah, but how could we? I mean, I don't even know. How could we celebrate our Canadian listeners? How could we celebrate all of our listeners? Let us know. Maybe when we do a merch shop, we could somehow do something with that.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all I can think of at the moment.
Yeah. We should also at some point like bring all the Stephs together. That would be awesome.
All the staffs?
All the Stephs.
Steph party.
Yes, because we know what 5 Stephs? 5 or 6?
Yeah, I just set up another one. You see that?
Yes, right.
It's crazy. I don't know that many Stephs in real life. Like in my lifetime, I grew up with a Steph. We're not friends anymore. And then I have a cousin named Stephanie, which is very weird. Like, there's only like 8 of us. Why we have the same name is, I don't know. I don't know what went on there. I'm the younger one, so Yeah. But I don't really know that many steps. That's my point. And like, I feel like we've only been podcasting for like, we've only recorded for like 10 months or so. And we've had like 5 steps. It's getting crazy.
Yeah.
We'll probably have 7 by the time the year is over. It's like 1 a month. Now it feels like a challenge.
Yeah. It could be our thing.
It could be our thing.
Just how many steps can we find? Just be our thing.
Are they all introverted? That's the question.
Hey.
We need a J once in a while.
Yeah, we do. I get a little bit lonely over here, but it's all right.
There's only one J.
No, there's only one J. There is only one J. But
that's so funny.
There aren't that many people that have my actual first name, which is Jamil. So
right.
The likelihood of finding that is low. Although I was part of a Facebook group about 10 years ago that had like everyone named Jamil. And of course, that group, it may still be around. I got to see.
Yeah, now you have to go find it and say, Jamil, calling all Jamils.
Yeah, I think it was like Jamils of the World Unite or something like that. So.
Oh, okay. So it was like dedicated to the name.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So I did not even know there were that many people with that first name, but yeah, I might need to do some Facebook research and see if it's still around.
Right, and I mean, if you can't, like, you can always just like go on Instagram and say, "Does anybody know Jamil? Please connect us." See what happens.
Exactly. Who's asking? Jamil. Who's asking?
Why? Don't ask. No. Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions.
That's funny. What's it called? I forget what I was gonna say. Pretty sure. Yeah, but no, I think we need to get a Jamil on. We need a J on.
Yeah, it'll come. But
it'll come.
It'll come. But
it'll happen when we're least expecting it.
Yeah, it'll be like 3 J's just pop up randomly.
Oh my God, imagine. Oh wait, I know one. Actually, I have to reach out to him. He interviewed me on this podcast. His name is Jed.
Okay, there you go.
All right. There we go. We found one. You guys know another J, please let us know.
Looking forward to the J&J episode. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to figure that one out. That's going to be interesting.
Well, I mean, there's only one J, so it's just, the OGJ, I'll take that.
Well, we need a J Coleman too.
This is true. Yeah, that's true. Because we've had two Steph Laffys.
No, there's only one other one that I know of.
Okay.
But there is the one from Venmo that did send my money back. I could reach out to her. Oh my God, so many tangents. I feel like our listeners are like, what the hell are you talking about?
That's what
I'm sorry, guys. This episode is pretty much just us recording a staff meeting for you guys to listen. That's pretty much what's happening.
Yeah, we come up with plans in real time because we're efficient, if nothing else.
Right, because it takes a lot of energy to talk. So, like, if we can just take care of business on the episode, then we don't have to do a call later. Exactly. It's great.
Work smarter, not harder.
Work smarter, not harder. Exactly. I mean, the title of this episode is going to be, you're listening to a behind-the-scenes staff meeting. Something like that. Because that's what this is.
Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like I've said this enough times where folks should know by now. So if you don't know, then that's kind of on you guys. Because I say all the time,
right.
Our episodes double at staff meetings. So there should be no surprise.
Right. Like if you don't know, is this your first time here?
Yeah.
How did you even get here? It's episode 43. Go back to the beginning.
Yes, like at some point you had to expect a full episode would just be one big meeting.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's just how we roll.
It is. But I
So
guess getting back, I guess, to some of our plans for the future.
Oh, is that what we were talking
That's
about
what we're talking
originally?
about. Yes, actually,
Wow. Okay.
yes, hopes and dreams for the podcast.
Okay. So we have merch, which you're wearing at the moment. Which I am not wearing at the moment because I'm cold in 83-degree weather. Don't know how. I should probably go get checked. But we have merch coming out soon at some point.
Yep.
And it's awesome.
Yeah, we got a few designs.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely got some more in the works. But of course, with the merch, we definitely want to get our website up and running, so folks can actually have a dedicated place to come check out the podcast, check out the merch, check out more info about us. If you got any events that we have, we want to be able to put them on our website. Have a space for folks to sign up to in email lists. There's a lot of some tactical stuff, but things that are important because it does, it goes back to what you said earlier, stuff about building that community.
Yeah.
Just some of the things that we definitely want to do. So I do think in the next couple of months, we definitely will get our website rolling. We'll be able to get a few designs up for folks to see. I think we have some interest already in a couple of our designs.
We do.
So that
that's
gonna be very exciting. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do our the bags that go on the head. I gotta find a supplier for that, but we'll see. We'll see.
How do you even go about researching that? Like, hey, do you do bags on the head?
I don't know.
Mouth holes?
I don't know. I think people literally just get bags, and just cut eye holes in them, and just.
We can make that like a crafting night. Design your own head bag.
Yeah, it just might work.
Yeah, exactly. I like it. Yeah, we've got some fun designs. My favorite being introverts have more fun.
Yep.
And for people listening that disagree, you just don't know. You just don't know.
Introverts have fun. We just don't really
I get a lot of compliments on that one.
It's true.
So I'm excited. Right, because it's a party of one. It's fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, we've got some really good ones that I'm excited for people to be able to wear and rock. The website, the ball's in my court. I'm sorry, but I'll get my shit together eventually and do what I'm supposed to do. Thanks for the reminder.
I mean, it's a team effort.
It is a team effort, but currently at this moment, I feel like the ball might be in my court. We'll get it done. Sure. We will get it done. And see, if I put it on the podcast, if I say it out loud, oh, it's my fault that we haven't made movements, that will motivate me when I listen. Oh, shit, Steph, you got homework to do. That's the other reason that we do these staff meetings on the record, because I tend to talk and immediately forget what I say. Right?
Exactly. There needs to be a record of these.
There needs to be a record
of these conversations.
And we could totally just, put it in our note, put it in text. But I'm more likely to listen to myself if it's out there in the world.
Mm-hmm. That's one thing that I've had to train myself to do, which is actually listen to our episodes. Again, it took me some time to get used to the sound of my own voice. and then
Yeah.
to actually go back and listen to it because I wasn't a fan of it. But yeah, I've had to get into the mode of actually going back and listening to our episodes, and which is good because I feel like you're supposed to do that. Um, but um, it's this podcast that's kind of helped me grow and helped me get used to the sound of my own voice.
Oh yeah, that's such a hard thing to get used to. Oh my god. Would you say like that's one of your goals? Like over the next year is to just get super comfortable with that, or
Uh,
are you already comfortable?
uh, yeah, I think that definitely want to get more comfortable
Mm-hmm.
with the sound of my own voice, and then just being able to talking more. Um, I think that you know having this podcast, as I said before, has helped me become more comfortable talking,
Oh my god, yeah.
talking for a longer period of time about more topics, and I think that's helped me also in my business as far as being able to open up a totally new avenue of content where I'm actually talking.
Right.
Um,
Wow.
so you know, I'm now actually writing skits, I guess, to actually
Wow.
make for my community over there. That's just another way that this podcast has helped me grow as a person, as an introvert, as a business person. So definitely, I look forward to uh, experiencing more of that growth process.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much. And that could be a really big piece of our community aspect, I think. Like, not a selling point because, like, at this stage, any community we build would be like a free one. Maybe in the future we'll have Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely in the future we'll hopefully have Patreon. But um, helping other introverts like find their voice and feel confident in their voice, because I feel like that has come up a lot just in this conversation alone, but like throughout our podcast, like that's been like the through line. Um, and so if we can find a way to help introverts find the confidence to, even speak for 2 minutes or 1 minute or 30 seconds, like just to help you guys feel like it's a safe space. Maybe we have opportunities if we create like a Facebook group or something, opportunities to like just, do a 30-second intro and we'll do a raffle for whoever enters.
Yeah.
Like just for being brave enough to show up for yourself and talk. Um, I mean, there's so many ways. Like I 2 years ago, or about 2.5 years ago, I hated the sound of my own voice. Hated it. Um, I remember I would be in group chats like with my coaches, and they would send voice notes, and I would type back because I couldn't stand the sound of my own voice. So the fact that now I have a podcast and like I'm so comfortable listening, like I want to help other introverts be able to do the same. Even if you're talking about like, what you ate for breakfast, like that's a great place to start. Because it really has changed my life. So,
Yeah. I would say this podcast has definitely changed my life as well. And I totally forgot about voice notes. Like I'm getting I'm getting more comfortable with voice notes as well.
mhm.
Still not 100% comfortable, but I definitely just have sent a lot more voice notes than I've sent. Um,
Oh, totally.
so
Yeah, and I got all my friends and family. So, like, the smallest thing that it's helped, well, it's not even small. I got a lot of my friends and family hooked on sending voice notes via text. So now I don't have to read it. They just voice note. And now I don't have to do phone calls, which I hate. It's amazing.
yeah, it really is. It was like yeah, you can just say something sort of in real time. You don't have to be on the phone call. You can just hear what you gotta
Right.
say. Also, some phones, like my phone does, it gives you a transcript also of what people are saying. So
Yeah.
even if you don't want to hear it, he can read everything that they're saying, so he can have options. But I'm
Absolutely.
definitely getting more comfortable using the voice note feature.
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, I definitely I think that this is going to be a big thing to lean into is helping our community, not even just helping them find and feel confident in their voice, but just giving them opportunities to use it. Because I think the more you speak up and the more you just talk, like the easier it gets.
Definitely.
Um, Pre-COVID, I was like the girl who just couldn't talk. I mean, in my own head, I guess I could. Um, but like, I could not articulate whatever it was that I was trying to say, and I would get so tongue tied. I couldn't advocate for myself, so it's such a game changer to just be able to show up and say what's on your mind. And if we can do that for other introverts, even if it's just starting here with inspiring people, but going into this next year, um, taking that a step further and giving people an opportunity to speak up and say what's on their mind, then that will be a wonderful year and a great goal.
Yeah, totally agree. Um, so I guess I have like I don't know if it's an ultimate goal, but I guess maybe a long term goal. I'll say. I don't know if you heard of the podcast called I think it's called Shits and Gigs.
Shits and gigs?
That's yeah. That's I think that's the name of it.
Oh, I like that. That's so cute.
It's hilarious. There are a couple of guys from the UK actually. Their names are
Okay.
Fuhad and James. And they just get on there and they just talk about everything and nothing.
I love it.
And they have different segments. You know, they read tweets, crazy ass tweets.
Hmm.
Like they'll have their guests and their guests are hilarious, but they've grown their community to I think they have a Patreon thing going.
Okay.
Um, they're on like tour. They're on tour, some sort of tour. I see,
Wow, I keep seeing that pop
yeah, I
up.
see clips of them in like arenas and whatnot. So they have a very big following. So I guess long term it'd be cool to kind of be on that track where
Oh, be on stages? Yeah.
yeah, maybe. And again, it just looks like they're having fun. It's nothing that that whole thing is within their comfort zone. Now, again, as an introvert, I don't know, but
That'd be awesome.
yeah, being laughing and having a good time is definitely in my comfort zone. Laughing at
Oh, I love it.
weird ass tweets and weird stories and just shooting the shit. That's
Yeah.
in my comfort zone. So I kind of hopefully see our podcast growing into something like that, where it's just two friends kicking back, shooting the shit, and it has different segments,
Yeah.
and millions of people love it.
I love it. Yeah, I mean that could open up avenues to sponsorships and tours and so many cool things. Um, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm struggling right now because my foot fell asleep. Like it hurts.
It's not. Is that the one that broke, or is it the other foot?
The other one, oh my god. It's my whole leg.
Oh, jeez.
I'm dying. Okay, hold on. So I'm having a hard time. Um, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna shut up.
So where?
All right, I think it's good now.
Okay.
Um, sorry, this is just a peek into the world. So many problems all the time. But yeah, I guess. I've gotten more comfortable saying what's on my mind.
That hey. And that's
Uh,
what we want for others.
yeah, exactly, exactly. This is always happening. I mean, oh, it happened the other day in a meeting at work. It was so uncomfortable because like I was presenting, and I couldn't say anything about it.
Oh, jeez.
But I'm glad it's a safe space to just tell you guys that my leg fell asleep. Thank you all for your thoughts and prayers. It's good now. I survived.
Yes, after a brief medical scare, Steph is okay. Steph's okay.
I do want to do more live podcasts.
Yes.
The fact that inspired me to say that really makes no sense, but whatever. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty much live podcasting right now. Anyway, we should do more live podcasts. There's so many things we can do. I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
So excited.
It's cool. It's definitely cool and definitely fun being in this creative space. You know, like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I never imagined myself in the space. You know, I thought I'd just go into work 9 to 5 and that's it. And it's like now I'm actually I'm in the space in an arena where I get to do what I want to do.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It is, you know, and again, you know, the numbers and the revenue and, you know, all that good stuff, you know, it'll come in time. But right now, you know, I'm just enjoying this ride, and it's, you know, it's
absolutely
enlightening. It's educational. I feel like I'm growing as a person. It's been real cool. I'm excited for what the next year and the next, you know, 2 years and beyond holds for the both of us.
I am so excited. I think it's going to be an amazing next couple of years for both of us as this podcast takes off. Can't wait to beat our competitors. Can't wait to deepen our or strengthen our community. I think there's so many fun things that are going to come out of this. And what I love the most, I think, is, you know, in the beginning with this podcast, like we were like so structured. And then within like, I want to say like 6 episodes, we're like, nah, fuck that. And people love it.
Yeah.
Like it's so different. And I can't wait to like continue to get more and more comfortable with just leaning into like the laid back or both of our laid back natures.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, definitely. I think at first we were kind of, you know, at least I was just nervous about a word rather that if there was no structure, it kind of just, you know, descend into chaos. And
I mean, it does,
but it's kind of a controlled chaos, you know. You know, we kind of have a general idea of the things that we want to talk about. I'm talking more like I guess an example for me would be the Joe Budden podcast. And like, you know, I'm sure they have sections and I'm sure they have things that they want to talk about, but every now and then it just goes totally off the rails.
Oh boy!
I have like it's just chaos.
Did it work for them though?
It works for them. You know, that's it does, mainly because the host Joe Budden is kind of he can be very chaotic.
Right.
He can be very chaotic. So I think he's kind of comfortable in that element, but it does sometimes seem that it's just chaotic and everyone's kind of along for the ride. But it works. Like they've done I don't know how many hundreds of episodes, so they've been around for a while. They do well. Again, I'm just not. I don't know if that's where I just sort of want to be. I don't want to have to be worrying about, you know, are we violating like any FCC? You know.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want to.
You know,
definitely not.
Do we like hit a third rail as far as some, you know, political or like life something? I don't know.
Oh yeah, we've had some close calls, but we're going to stay on The rail? That's not even an expression. We're not going to go off the rails.
Correct.
Okay, that's a good goal. We're not going to go off the rails. We might come close, but we'll keep you guessing. Maybe we will. You'll never know. Well, you will if we do. I don't know. I think I'm hungry. I think this is where we need to end. My foot's falling asleep. I'm not making sense. This is what happens. Like, you guys complain. Nobody actually complains. I complain when my dogs are barking in the background, but they keep me grounded. They're not here today, and I don't even know what's going on.
I was just thinking, like, the one day, like, the dogs aren't here, like, everything else just happens.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, they're so chaotic. They keep all the chaos to themselves in their little stupid little bodies. And like, now that they're not here, the chaotic energy is still here, and it's affecting me. Yeah. I don't like it.
Well, you know, because
take your chaos back, boys.
I mean, energy is neither created or destroyed; it simply transfers. So that might be it. Exactly.
I am absorbing all the chaotic energy. I don't like it. I want my dogs back.
They are vital to the show. We've established this now. They are vital to the show.
They are. I think we're learning this. Yes.
They hold the chaos in for us.
I love how you have not once asked, where are your dogs? You just do not care. I'm joking.
Well, I mean, I'm worried not because we do need them now, because we need to make sure that this chaos, this energy stays with them.
Yeah, exactly. They're alive, in case anyone was worried. They're fine. They're happy. They're chilling. They're on vacation. They're with grandma this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah. They don't even know. They don't even miss me. They're not even thinking about me. Oh, okay. Time to end it. We are going off the rails now.
This is what happens.
Not even 30 seconds after I said we wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, this is what happens when we're both hungry. So I think it's time for us to go eat. So yes.
Yeah. So if you love this episode, be sure to follow us on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on YouTube. We are new there-ish. And yeah, be sure to hit us up on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. And we love you guys. Stay introverted.
Introverted, y'all.